So I've got a message for you on today's IGTV episode. Stop holding yourself back. What do I mean by that? Playing small is one way that we hold ourselves back, but we hold ourselves back in a ton of other ways. We hold ourselves back when we languish over a past we can't change. We hold ourselves back when we don't give our all to whatever it is we're working on today. We hold ourselves back when we don't strategically think through our future. And when I say our future, I'm talking the next decade, not simply the next year, and connect the dots between, I like to reverse engineer decades. Say, okay, where do I want to be in 10 years? And reverse engineer, what would it take today to get me to that point in 10 years? When we don't do those things, when we don't really keep a pulse on the progress of our life, meaning every single day we're taking the temperature. How is my life feeling? How is my life looking? Am I accomplishing the things that I need to accomplish today to get me to the goals for this week and this month and this year? Some people don't even have goals for the week, the month, and the year. If you're not doing those things, you are actually holding yourself back. And then you wonder why you wake up in 10 years and you go, I feel like I've lived the same day over and over and over again, because you have. So it's time to get into a mode of evaluating your life constantly on a daily basis, editing your life ruthlessly. When something feels off, guess what it is? When something is not right, it is. And I think a lot of people want to either ignore what's not right in their lives, or they want to jump and rush into action and make a quick decision on what's not right in their lives. Both of those strategies don't work. Ignoring it prolongs it. Rushing into action before you're actually ready to take the step creates a shit show. So what I really want you to think about is, how can I start to really look at my life from an outside perspective? Meaning, if I was my own counselor, if I was my own guide, if I was my own coach, if I was my own leader, if I was somebody who was teaching me the ropes of how to successfully navigate my lifetime, how would I evaluate that every single day? How would I look at that every single day? What am I doing today to get me to the tomorrow that I keep saying I want? What do I need? You know how they say the devil's in the details? The reason why that's true is because every big thing you want comes down to the little actions you have to take consistently over time. Every big thing you want: losing weight, improving your credit score, saving a certain amount of money, buying a house. They are all comprised. Getting to those big goals are all comprised of tiny little steps. Getting a different degree so you can begin a different career, leveling up in your career, beginning a business. Every big thing comes down to all the little things that you've got to do consistently. And if you are not keeping a pulse on the tempo of your life, you don't really have a way to assess, are you doing the little things today that get you to the big things tomorrow? So what I'm saying is, stop holding yourself back. Stop expecting that the miracles of your life are just going to fall out of the sky. We are both miracles receivers, and we're miracle creators. So if you want to create your own miracles, you have to sort of assess, what do I need to do today to do that? Sometimes the miracle is laughing. Sometimes the miracle is writing the first word on the first line in a Microsoft Word document of the first book you're going to write, because you've always wanted to be a published writer. First word on the first line of your first book. That's the micro step. So at the end of the day, here's what I'm saying. Focus on the micro steps. Evaluate the micro steps. Look at today and say, today is building 10 years from now. What am I prioritizing today that will actually get me to 10 years from now? And if what you're prioritizing today will not invest and get you to the decade-long goals, then you have a problem setting up your priority list and you need to fix it. At the end of the day, if you're not where you want to be, as harsh as this sounds, it's because you're in your own way. And you can get out of your own way anytime you want to. You can get out of your own way. But it requires you being the manager of your life. It requires you being the leader of your life. It requires you being OCD about editing your life ruthlessly, day by day, moment by moment, minute by minute, and saying to yourself, is this the life that I'm trying to create? Because if there's anything in today that is not that, then I need to make sure at least what's at the top of my priority list is that, so eventually I can weed this thing out of my life. That's what I want to say. Stop holding yourself back. You are the biggest, and I would say the only obstacle to you creating the life you want. And you don't have to be the obstacle. You could actually turn all of what you are being as the obstacle into the opportunity if you take control. And if you say, I'm going to, from this moment forward, ruthlessly, unapologetically, and with every fiber of my being, manage my existence to the future I keep saying I want. Stop holding yourself